Mortgage rates have significantly increased since the beginning of this year, as you know. This is important from two different fronts. Number one, which is the obvious, is an increase in your monthly payments when the rates go up, correct? And a hidden second is that your buying power, or how much home you can afford, goes down. Now, ready to see how the numbers play? Let's go. Hey, Ravi with the Rams Group at eXp Realty here. If this is the first time we're connecting, I welcome you to my channel, where I strive to provide meaningful, relevant, and educational content to keep you in the real estate know, as well as help home sellers and buyers. Now, back to the interest rate impact scoop that we were going to discuss. With the increase in monthly payments, your affordability goes down, right? And now all this coupled with the steep home price increases in Seattle calls for action sooner rather than later. Wouldn't you agree? Now each Thursday, Freddie Mac releases its primary mortgage market survey, which I've linked below in the description. And according to the latest survey, the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage has risen from 3.22% at the start of this year to 3.55% last week. To give you an idea how rising mortgage rates impact your purchasing power, here's a chart that indicates your monthly impact. Now, feel free to pause this video and take a look. All that said, you may ask, well, how can I know where the mortgage rates are headed? A valid question, right? While it's always a little challenging to know exactly where the mortgage rates will go, a great indicator of where they may be headed is to look at the 50-year history of the 10-year Treasury yield, and then following its path. Now, understanding the mechanics of the Treasury yield isn't as important as knowing that there is a correlation between how Treasury yields move and the mortgage rates kind of follow. And here's a graph showing that relationship over the past 50 years. As you can see, the 30-year mortgage, the green squiggly line, has tracked in lockstep with the blue line, which is the 10-year Treasury yield. And starting this year, the Treasury yield has started to climb, and that's driven the mortgage rates up as well, plain and simple, right? And now, this begs the question, where will the Treasury yield head in the future? With the info I shared previously in mind, a 10-year Treasury yield forecast would be a good indicator of where the mortgage rates might be headed, correct? Now, the Wall Street Journal just surveyed over 75 academic, business, and financial economists, asking them to forecast the Treasury yield over the next few years. And the uniform consensus was that experts project the Treasury yield will climb to about 2.84% by the end of 2024. And based on the 50-year history following this yield, that would likely put the mortgage rates at about 4.5% in the next 3 years. While the correlation between the 30-year fixed mortgage and the 10-year Treasury yield is clear in the graph that I just showed you, it shouldn't be used as an exact indicator. Now, why would I say that? For one, they're both hard to forecast, especially in this unprecedented economic time driven by the global pandemic, which we are just barely getting out of. That said, understanding the relationship can help you get an idea of where the rates may be going. Now, it appears, based on the information we have now, that the mortgage rates will continue to rise over the next few years. And if that's the case, your best bet may be to purchase a home sooner rather than later. All that said, here's the bottom line. If you're either a first-time home buyer or a current homeowner thinking about moving into a home that better fits your changing needs, understanding what is happening to the 10-year Treasury yield and its impact on the mortgage rates can help you make informed decisions on both timing the purchase as well as check out your affordability and other things that come into play for the home purchase, right? Now, that is a quick perspective that I wanted to provide about the increasing interest rate, their impact on both your monthly payments as well as your affordability, as well as how the steeply increasing home prices in and around Seattle might put another hidden wrench on your plans. If you have any questions, I've provided my contact information below, and let us connect, and then I can help you brainstorm and see what the right move for you would be, okay? Now you know.